I'm going to show you the waffle stitch crochet pattern. I'm using American crochet terminology throughout. This waffle pattern is a nice, thick, kind of dense, highly textured stitch pattern. You'll probably want to use it sparingly because it really can be thick and dense, but it's a whole lot of fun, and I love the way it develops because it's only 2 rows of pattern, but it looks much more complex than it really is. To begin with, I'll chain a multiple of 4 stitches plus 3. I don't count the slip knot. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23. So a multiple of 4 plus 3, 20 is a multiple of 4 plus 3 stitches. Then I'll double crochet in the 4th chain from hook and in each chain across. I like to work in the back bump of the chain. So I'll count backwards, not counting the loop on my hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, and double crochet in the back bump of that chain. I like working in the back bump because it leaves the front of the chain unchanged. You keep that chain look throughout all the stitches. But if you want, you can work into the chain in the ordinary way. I'm going to work in the back bump of each chain across. As I reach the end of my chain, I want to work into the last chain, but not into that slip knot. When I've worked all the way across, I should end up with a multiple of 4 stitches plus 1, and I always want to stop and count and make sure that my multiple is correct. Those skipped chains count as a stitch, so I'm going to count that as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So I do have a multiple of 4 stitches plus 1. I'm going to turn and chain 2. That chain 2 is going to count as a half double crochet throughout. So my first stitch will not go into the base of the chain, it will go into this next stitch. But the next instruction is to front post double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So around these next 3 posts. Front post double crochet is yarn over, insert the hook from front to back to front around the post of the stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop, and yarn over, pull through 2 times. That's my first front post double crochet. Yarn over, go in front to back to front around the post, and then just do a double crochet. I'll do that 3 times. You can see my front posts are popping out onto the front of my fabric. The next instruction is double crochet in next stitch. That's just a plain old double crochet into the top of the stitch, working under both loops of the V of the next stitch. And then repeat from asterisk across. So it's front post double crochet in the next 3 stitches. Then double crochet in the next stitch. The last stitch is a half double crochet in the top of the turning chain. So there you can see all those front post double crochets are sort of popping out to the front. I'll turn and chain 3, which is going to count as a double crochet. Then double crochet in the next 3 stitches. So I'm going to skip the base of that chain because this turning chain counts as a stitch, and double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And front post double crochet in the next stitch. So this stitch that I want to front post double crochet in was the regular double crochet from before. So I'm going to yarn over, go front to back to front, around the post of that stitch and complete my double crochet. Double crochet in the next 3, and then front post double crochet around the next stitch. I'll do that all the way across. I'm putting double crochets in the stitches that were post stitches, and I'm putting a post stitch in the stitch that was a regular stitch. The last stitch is a double crochet in the top of the turning chain. Let's take a minute to look at what's happening here. What we've got is a ridge. This horizontal ridge was caused by those front post double crochets on the wrong side, which forced the top of those stitches, the first row stitches, to move to the front or to the right side of the work. And then when we did the right side, we're working regular stitches, but we have front post stitches every now and then that pop forward and add texture. This is going to be even more apparent when we do the next wrong side row. Let's turn, chain 2, which counts as a half double crochet, and do 3 more post stitches, front post double crochet. Three front post stitches and then a regular stitch, regular double crochet, and then 3 more post stitches. And I'm going to turn around and show you what happens, what is happening on the right side. It's not as easy to see on the wrong side, but in this stitch pattern we don't really care what the wrong side looks like. We're interested in the right side. Can you see how those post stitches that we did are forcing the edge of these stitches to move forward? And then the regular stitch is just sitting up here, and we're going to work a post stitch around that stitch. There we have our full set of squares or waffles, if you will. Keep working back and forth, repeating those 2 rows for the pattern. When you're ready to end, you're going to want to end by working a right side row so that your last row looks like this. If you'd like more crochet instruction like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out the links in the video notes for other ways you can find me. Thanks for watching.